Yo, it's Brian here. Today, going to be talking about the San Francisco 49ers going to be doing the defensive side of the ball now for free agents that the 49ers should be going after in 2018. So let's just dive into it now. In my last video, I talked about the offensive side of the ball and who should they get in free agency. So if you want to check that video out, it's going to be a card section right here. But right now, I want to talk about the defensive side of the ball. I don't know if I'm as intrigued with the defensive side of the ball in free agency as I was in the offensive side of the ball. But I'm going to try my best. I'm going to be doing defensive linemen, kind of linebacker, sort of, and then mostly defensive backs because I think defensive backs have some pretty damn good talent. Linebacker, there's only pretty much one that I would be interested in, but other than that, not really. Going to the pass rushers right now, I think that's the most important position in football. Well, not in football, but on the defensive side of the ball, because if you can win in the trenches, you can win football games, because pressuring the quarterback, generating sacks is a really good way to be a dominant defense. You got to have a defensive line. Yes, you do. There's a couple of players that I'm interested in on the free agent market. There was a couple that I liked before, but they don't fit the 49ers 4-3 scheme, like Connor Barwin. I do love me some Connor Barwin. I think he's doing a pretty damn good job under Wade Phillips in Los Angeles, and he was a pretty damn good job in Philadelphia when he was there. I think he had 14.5 sacks in 2014 or something like that. I think that would have been a good pickup, but unfortunately he struggles under the 4-3 defensive end, so I really don't want to pick him up. I would love to, but we don't run a 3-4 scheme, so he's out of the picture. Ziggy Ansah, I would love Ziggy Ansah as well, but a couple of days ago he signed a franchise tag. Can't do anything right there. Coney Ely, I think that'd be an interesting case study right there. He did a pretty damn good job in Carolina a couple of years ago, and in the Super Bowl he was sensational. He had 3 sacks, 1 interception on Peyton Manning. Wow, that was just freaking sensational. I know that was a couple of years ago. I know that was one game, but it was the most important game, and you want to get notoriety, you do it in the most important game of the year, which is the Super Bowl, so he had a pretty damn good performance. If the Panthers would have won the Super Bowl, he would have been Super Bowl MVP. He had a really impressive game there. He had a cup of coffee in New England, got cut there, and then New York, he was kind of okay. I don't know, it's a little awkward. I don't know if the 49ers should be going after him. Personally, I would take a flyer, see what he can do as a 4-3 defensive end, and he did a pretty good job in Carolina, so you might as well give him a chance to see what he can do in San Francisco. And I know he was inconsistent. I know that's probably why he didn't last as long in New England and what have you, but I think he can do a pretty damn good job for the 49ers. Just got to see what he can do in training camp, compete with Solomon Thomas and DeForest Buckner, all those cool stuff. And yeah, we'll see what happens if they can get Coney Ely. I know the 49ers last year, they didn't pick him up. It was just because of consistency issues. If I were John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh, I'd take a chance on him, see what he can do. Send him to, I don't know, like a 2 or 3 year deal. And if he doesn't work out, then just cut him in training camp. But if he works out, then hey, he can make the rosters. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure what they're going to be doing. But personally, for me, I would take a chance on Coney Ely, see what he can do, despite the fact that he's inconsistent. Whenever he can get it on, he can get it on. And who else? DeMarcus Lawrence, I think that would be an interesting case study as well. But I think he's going to be getting a contract extension from the Dallas Cowboys sooner rather than later. I don't know if that's going to be a pickup right there. He was a pretty damn good edge rusher for the Cowboys. I think he had 14.5 sacks last year. He almost led the league in the NFL in sacks, so very impressive. He had a breakout year. And maybe if he signs with the 49ers, he can have some success here as well. I think they run a similar 4-3 scheme, so it's not really going to be a big change or anything like that. We don't run a 3-4 scheme. If the 49ers can pay him big bucks or pay him for the right price, as always, right price, then definitely pick up DeMarcus Lawrence. But I wouldn't overpay him. I don't think DeMarcus Lawrence is warranted an overpaying contract. But I think if they can get him for the right price, then definitely go after DeMarcus Lawrence. I think in the end, he just signed with the Dallas Cowboys to an extension, and hooray, right? Julius Peppers, I think that would be a nice flyer as well. I don't know, these free agent class of defensive people, I'm not the biggest fan of, but just putting it out there, Peppers, I think that'd be a good pickup as well for the 49ers. I think he's better than Elvis Dumervil at this point of his career. He's pretty good for situational pass rushing, and he can mentor both Solomon Thomas, DeForest Buckner, all those great players on the defensive linemen, the very young defensive linemen. That could be a really good use right there if he does play football again, but I don't know. I highly doubt he might sign with the 49ers. I think if he wants to play football again, he might just go back to the Carolina Panthers. If the 49ers can get a good, enticing offer to Peppers, maybe he'll go to the West Coast and play for the 49ers. We'll see then, but all these players are a little big asterisk marks because either they got franchise tag or they don't fit our scheme as well or they're inconsistent. So really, the only players we can go after are Julius Peppers and Coney Ely, to be honest with you. Other than that, Ziggy Ansah's tagged. I think DeMarcus Lawrence is going to sign a contract with the Cowboys, and Connor Barwin, he doesn't fit our 4-3 scheme. Can't really do anything about that. So that's pretty much it for the defensive linemen. I thought this was going to be an okay class. Looking at it, I don't know. Not the biggest fan of it, but if we had to make a free agent splash, there you go. Those are the people I think we should be going after based on fit scheme and I guess making money as well, paying them money. That's pretty much it. Linebacker, I'm not really interested in these linebackers, to be honest with you. The only one I'm interested in is Navarro Bowman. Yes, he played for the 49ers last year. If you didn't know about that, then you must be lost as a 49er fan, or you must be joining the 49er bandwagon. This was a bandwagon, but Navarro Bowman, I think that would be a great pickup as well, because Reuben Foster, he has been getting himself into hot water. I think we all know about that, so it wouldn't hurt at all to get Navarro Bowman back. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I mean, he kind of struggled a little bit under Robert Saleh's defense. Might not work out, might work out. If Navarro Bowman was really interested in going back to San Francisco, then hey, come out to San Francisco. I would love to see what he can do again as a middle linebacker for the 49ers 4-3 scheme. That'd be pretty cool. Defensive back, I think this is the juicy one. I think this is what everyone is looking forward to. There's a couple of good pickups that I would think can be good for the 49ers. I would say Kyle Fuller, Trumaine Johnson, and Malcolm Butler. Malcolm Butler is probably the biggest wild card of them all, because I think we all know what happened in the Super Bowl this year against the Philadelphia Eagles for the Patriots. They didn't play him at all for whatever reason, and I don't know if he would have made the biggest difference of winning the Super Bowl, but I think he would have made a difference some way, shape, or form. He didn't play at all, so we'll never know what happens. I think Malcolm Butler could be a really good pickup for the 49ers for the right price. I think he's going to be having some motivation to play some football and rub it to Bill Belichick on why he didn't play him in the Super Bowl. I think there's a little outage right there. I think that can help Malcolm Butler's case for the 49ers to sign him. That motivation right there for not playing the Super Bowl at all for whatever reason, I think that can really help Malcolm Butler and actually perform well for the 49ers. So I would be down to getting Malcolm Butler as well for the right price. As always, yes, I always got to emphasize that. So it's going to be hard, but I think he's a pretty damn good corner. And even after the Super Bowl hero play that he made against the Seattle Seahawks of all teams, he had a pretty damn good 2 seasons as a Patriot as well. He had an All-Pro appearance. He had Pro Bowl appearance as well. He wasn't a one-hit wonder after that Super Bowl hero play, and I think he's a pretty damn good corner. I would be down to get him. Trumaine Johnson, interesting case as well. Los Angeles Rams. That'd be really helpful to get insight on the Rams defense. Maybe Wade Phillips can make some changes, but I think Trumaine Johnson, I think that would be a really good pickup as well. And the Rams paid him a lot of money for the past couple of years now to keep Trumaine Johnson, so there's some value in him. As always got to stress this, right price, I think he'd be a really good fit for the 49ers. And Kyle Fuller for the Chicago Bears, I think he was a pretty damn good corner for what he had with the Chicago Bears, because they were not a good team. He worked under Vic Fangio, so that's a really good thing to do, because Vic Fangio is a pretty damn defensive coordinator. I think we all remember him from a couple of years ago with the Jim Harbaugh era. I think Kyle Fuller could be a good pickup as well. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much it, you guys. I just want to make this video a little bit short. For the most part, I'd be interested mostly in the cornerbacks. I think that would be the most interesting pickups in my opinion. Linebacker depends, and defensive lineman iffy at best. So yeah, just please let me know what you guys think about the free agents and who should we get, and did I miss anyone that we should be getting. If you guys like this, please like, subscribe, do whatever you want with this, and I'll be catching you guys up another time. So I hope you guys have a nice day, nice weekend, nice whatever, and I'll be catching you guys up later. Bye guys, love y'all, see y'all later.